Hey, how's it going everybody? Ryan here, and you guys are watching Some For All, a place where you guys can watch some My Hero Academia CCG videos for all of you amazing people around the world. Now, in my previous video that I made on playing My Hero Academia online, I talked about Untap.in. Now in today's video, I want to talk about the method that I've been using and the method that I think is superior, Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Now, this video series is going to be a three-part series showing you guys how to set up Tabletop Simulator to play My Hero Academia CCG. In video 2, I'm going to show you guys how I go about deck building and how to actually use the deck builder and stuff like that, so you guys can start theory crafting. And then I'm also going to show you guys how you guys can set up a match, how you guys can find people to play against. But then also I'm going to be showing you guys how you can self-test if you want to play by yourself and just kind of test things out. And then I'm also going to be announcing my own personal Discord that will be coming out once I'm done this three-part series, in which you guys can join, and then it'll be a lot easier for you guys to find matches. I'm going to have it set up so that it's going to be people with different difficulty level or different skill set levels. So if people have been playing the game for years, they might be able to teach the newer players, or if the newer players want to face somebody that has more skill, they have the ability to, or if the newer players only want to face against newer players, they're going to have access to that as well. But more details on that later. Today I want to talk about Tabletop Simulator and how to set it up and give you guys everything you need very quickly. So like I said, Untap.in is the free method, but if you do have the money, I highly recommend that you guys pick up Tabletop Simulator. I almost exclusively play on Tabletop Simulator now just because I feel like it is superior. But of course, you do have to make that one-time payment. Now, for me, I'm in Canada, so for my currency, it's $22. For me, it is 110% worth it because Tabletop Simulator isn't limited to just My Hero Academia. Keep in mind, it's literally anything you could do on a tabletop. If you want to just play dice, you just want to play random card games, you could do that. You want to play dominoes, you could do that. Do you want to play the Dragon Ball Super card game? You could do that. Do you want to play the Digimon card game? You could do that. You want to play Magic the Gathering? You can do that. You see where I'm going with this. You will definitely get your money's worth. So if you can afford it and buy it, I highly recommend it. And on top of that, if you are like me, where you're living outside of the USA, your country probably doesn't have product, and you're probably not going to be able to get your hands on some cards or an abundance of cards until November, right? So what better way to start playing, start deck building, start facing people, start getting your hands on some gameplay and getting some real life matches in than using Tabletop Simulator. That way you can fine tune your deck, figure out what type of build you want. So when your cards actually do come in, when you're actually able to purchase product, now everything is gravy, everything is good. You know exactly what cards you need to pull, you know exactly which cards to trade for, and all of that good stuff. Tabletop Simulator will help you with all of that. So go ahead, if you guys have Steam, download Steam. If you guys don't have Steam, download Steam. If you have Steam, you know what to do. Just go into Steam, search Tabletop Simulator, go ahead and buy it. Now, once you have Tabletop Simulator downloaded and installed, you are going to need two very important things. Now, both of these links are going to be down in the description below. The first one is the Universe's deck build table, and the second one is the Universe's game table. Now, the game table is pretty straightforward. This is where you're actually going to be playing your matches, but don't worry about that for now in this video. You want to focus more so on the Universe's deck build table. Now, what you want to do afterwards, once you have purchased Tabletop Simulator, you have it installed, go ahead and click on both of these links and click subscribe. Once you subscribe to both of these things, you will automatically start getting updates. You'll automatically have access to both of these within your Tabletop Simulator. You won't have to worry about anything. As new cards come out, these amazing creators, these amazing users, I'm getting so excited I can't even speak. These amazing users are constantly updating these over and over again. As you can see, this last update was October 13th, literally just a couple days ago, right? And this game table has been updated since the start of the year, but keep in mind, there isn't really anything that they need to change at all. So once you have the game table, once you have your deck building table, you're pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and hop over to Tabletop Simulator now so you know how to set everything up. All right, so we have Tabletop Simulator open now. It's going to look something like this. Obviously, it's like Halloween, so it got this cool stuff. This little ghost with a hat on, a bat, all that stuff. Obviously, it'll change depending on how things go, but ultimately, this is the screen you're going to be on. Now, when you first get here, you want to start building your deck, right? Well, all you have to do is go ahead and click Create, and you want to create a single-player game. Once you get to this area here, you'll be able to load some of the stuff that you downloaded. If you go to Workshop, if it's not already here, if you go to Workshop, you will see the things that you subscribe to. So as you can see, I have the Universe's deck building table as well as the game table. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the Universe's deck building table, click load, and when you do that, everything should slowly load up and you will have access to all of the universe's cards. Now for us, we only care about the My Hero Academia cards. So you can go ahead and long press, so use your left click and long hold them down and just drag them over. Because if you just click it and move, you'll only click one card. The trick is to long click it and drag it over, right? So boom, there you go. So that's what I like to do. I like to move them over here and they're already nice and sectioned for you. So you have access to your actions, you have access to your assets, your foundations, your attacks, and your character cards. From there, you can go ahead and right click and click search. And now you have access to all your cards here. Say you want to build a Kamui Woods deck, go ahead and drag Kamui Woods. So you have your character card there. If you want to make the character card bigger so you can actually see it, you hold down Alt and you can actually scroll up if you want to make the image slightly larger. So that way things are just easier to read. So now you have your Kamui Woods, and now you can start to go through your attacks, you can go through your foundations, and start to play out all your cards here, and start to build your deck. So, with that being said, guys, that is how you set it up for deck building. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about how I actually go through my deck building process. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, in the third video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a match, how to find matches. I'm going to be talking about the Discord that I am making and all of that stuff. So again, my ideal goal for this series is that all of you guys will be able to start playtesting using this if you guys already haven't. Real quick, right before I leave, I do want to just show you guys how the game table looks as well. So if we go ahead and load that. So there's two different game tables. I personally like this one. And again, I'll go over more of this a little bit later. But this is the game table. Once you have those two things, you are good to go to play. Doesn't matter which game table you use. If you use either one, as you can see, they're pretty much the same format. For me, I prefer this game table. And if you do want to get access to this game table, I will have it in the description as well. So everything is just in the description. Literally click it, subscribe, click it, download, click it, buy, whatever you have to do. Good, you're good to go. You guys are good to play. So that being said, I will catch you guys on part 2 when we talk about how I deck build. See you then.